You've seen it 1,000 times. Your favorite celebrity flashes a smile, holds up a product, and suddenly that energy drink, luxury watch, or skincare serum feels like magic. It's not just an ad, it's a vibe, a promise, a lifestyle. And without even realizing it, you're drawn in. That's the power of celebrity endorsements. But behind the flawless photos, perfect scripts, and million-dollar deals, there's a darker side that brands hope you never notice. Let's take a step back to the year 2020. Kendall Jenner, one of the most recognizable faces in pop culture, starred in a Pepsi commercial that was meant to promote unity and peace, but it sparked instant backlash. Why? Because the ad trivialized serious social justice movements, showing Kendall handing a can of Pepsi to a police officer during a protest, as if that single moment solved decades of systemic issues. The public was outraged. Pepsi pulled the ad within 24 hours, but the damage was done. It became a textbook example of how celebrity endorsements can go very, very wrong. What most people didn't see was what happened behind the scenes. That ad went through dozens of hands, brand strategists, creative directors, PR teams, and Kendall, she was paid a hefty fee, reportedly over $1 million for the spot. But she didn't write the script, she didn't produce the ad. She was a face, a symbol. That's how celebrity endorsements often work. The celebrity is there to lend their brand, their fame, likability, and influence to a product. But when things go south, it's usually the celebrity who takes the fall. And here's where it gets murkier. Many endorsements are not about what celebrities truly use or believe in. Instead, they're meticulously planned contracts, often negotiated by a swarm of agents and lawyers. In some cases, the star doesn't even see the product until the day of the shoot. A perfect example, in 2021, Kim Kardashian promoted a crypto token called Ethereum Max. Sounds legit, right? Except it wasn't. It was a speculative asset with no real value, and after the endorsement, its price surged, then crashed. Investors lost thousands, and in 2022, the SEC fined Kim $1.26 million for promoting the asset without disclosing she was paid $250,000 for the post. This wasn't just a celebrity mistake, it was part of a broader problem: influencer manipulation of financial markets, often backed by shady companies that vanish once the money dries up. But not all celebrity deals are high-stakes crypto cons. Sometimes they're just misleading. In 2015, Beyonce partnered with Pepsi for a $50 million deal, while also fronting Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign aimed at fighting childhood obesity. The contradiction sparked a wave of criticism. On one hand, she promoted health and fitness. On the other, she was the face of a sugary drink tied to the very problem she claimed to combat. Public health experts warned that celebrity influence, especially among children, was helping to normalize unhealthy habits. A 2016 study in pediatrics confirmed that 71% of food products endorsed by celebrities were unhealthy. Brands know this. They bank on the emotional connection fans have with celebrities. If your favorite artist drinks a certain iced tea or wears a certain pair of sneakers, it feels like a personal recommendation. But what consumers often forget is this: it's business. And like any business, the goal is profit, not truth. Consider this. In 2013, Justin Bieber was the face of OPI nail polish. No, he didn't use it. No, it wasn't his idea, but it sold out. Why? Because it had his name on it. Fans didn't care about the polish. They wanted a piece of Bieber. This psychological pull is called the halo effect, where the celebrity's likability rubs off on the product even if there's no real connection. Sometimes celebrities do use what they promote, but even that isn't always as it seems. Skincare endorsements are infamous for this. A-list stars with flawless complexions credit miracle serums and luxury face creams, but most are backed by dermatologists, private treatments, and even cosmetic procedures. In 2023, Gwyneth Paltrow credited Goop's skincare line for her glowing skin, but behind the scenes, it was revealed she also underwent regular facials, laser treatments, and used prescription-grade products. Consumers aren't told this. They're sold a fantasy. And it's not just beauty. Health and wellness endorsements have also crossed ethical lines. In 2022, NFL quarterback Aaron Rodgers publicly supported a homeopathic remedy over the COVID-19 vaccine. It created massive controversy. Rodgers was criticized by medical professionals and fans alike for spreading misinformation, but that didn't stop brands from working with him. Some companies quietly distanced themselves, while others saw a marketing opportunity. In a divided media landscape, even controversy can be monetized. The truth is, brands don't always care about accuracy. They care about reach, engagement, and sales. That's why some companies intentionally work with polarizing figures. They stir conversation, they trend on social media, and they move product. And when things backfire, there's usually a legal team ready to clean up the mess. Endorsement deals often come with morality clauses that allow brands to back out if a celebrity's image becomes too controversial. After the Astroworld tragedy in 2021, where a crowd surge at Travis Scott's concert left 10 people dead, brands including Nike paused or canceled their partnerships with him. The backlash was swift, and companies were quick to protect their reputations. But what's revealing is how fast the switch flipped. One minute, the brand is cashing in on a celebrity's clout. The next, they're cutting ties to protect themselves. It's a reminder that loyalty in celebrity endorsements is paper thin. Both parties are in it for something: money, image, access to new markets. And if the deal stops making sense, it ends. One of the most calculated plays in recent years came from George Clooney. In 2013, he sold his tequila company, Casamigos, to Diageo for up to $1 billion. The twist? Clooney never pretended it was just about love for tequila. He was upfront, he built the brand to sell it, and it worked. Unlike many celebrity brand partnerships, Clooney was involved from the ground up. That authenticity paid off, not just in money, but in credibility. Compare that to Fyre Festival. Ja Rule promoted the now infamous event as a luxury island experience alongside top influencers like Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner. But when the event turned out to be a disaster, no accommodations, no food, no music, it became one of the biggest public embarrassments of the decade. Several influencers were sued for false advertising, and the scandal highlighted how little accountability exists in celebrity promotion. In the aftermath, the Federal Trade Commission began cracking down. In 2017, they sent letters to over 90 influencers reminding them to disclose when they were paid to promote something. But even today, those rules are often ignored or buried in fine print. A 2023 study by Truth in Advertising found that more than 60% of celebrity endorsements on Instagram didn't clearly disclose the paid nature of the content. So what can we take away from all this? Celebrity endorsements aren't inherently evil. They can bring visibility to small brands, support charitable causes, or introduce fans to genuinely good products. But they're not always honest, and they're almost never what they seem. Behind every smiling face holding a bottle or casually tagging a brand in a tweet, there's a contract, there's strategy, and sometimes there's deception. As consumers, we need to ask more questions. Who benefits from this promotion? What's the relationship between the star and the product? And most importantly, do they even use it? In an age where influence is currency and fame is a marketing tool, the line between genuine and manufactured has never been thinner. But if we look closely past the filters, the glam, and the hashtags, we might just start to see the truth. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the hidden world of celebrity endorsements. If you found this eye-opening, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell so you never miss the stories that brands don't want you to hear. Because behind every spotlight, there's a shadow, and we're here to explore it.